Now then, crew, welcome back to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel, and this is the second video on working on Trevor the Tractor. Now, in the previous video we've replaced the engine oil and oil filter. Now we need to replace the transmission oil filter. The tractor is well overdue for its first service, and according to the maintenance checklist we need to replace that transmission oil filter. Now this tractor has got hydrostatic drive, so we'll look in the manual for the relevant information and locate the filter, and we'll replace it. We're not going to replace the oil at this stage. It doesn't say on here to replace the transmission oil at 50 hours, so we'll just change the filter, which is what it says on the sheet. Right, if you need to do this job, well, hopefully this video will help you. Here we go. Used.
You don't paint something without wiping.
Honestly. Okay, let's read through. Replacing the transmission oil filter. HST stands for hydrostatic, I believe. Warning: to avoid personal injury or death, be sure to stop the engine before changing the oil filter cartridge. Allow the engine to cool down sufficiently. Oil can be hot and can burn. Place an oil pan underneath the transmission oil filter and remove the filter. Do not remove the hydraulic oil filter, otherwise oil comes out. So there's two filters down there. Make sure you get the right one, and I'll show you the difference when we get underneath. Place a film of clean transmission oil on the rubber seal of the new filter. Quickly tighten the filter until it contacts the mounting surface. Then with a filter wrench, tighten an additional 1 full turn. No more than that. The engine oil filter was only half a turn. This one is a full 360 degrees. After the new filter has been replaced, fill the transmission oil up to the upper limit on the dipstick. So we'll do a quick top up of the transmission oil. Hopefully we've got some, actually. Not too sure. After running the engine for a few minutes, stop the engine and check the oil level again. Add oil to the prescribed level. Make sure the transmission fluid doesn't leak past the seal on the filter, so check for any leaks after you've done the work. Now, this is extremely important. To prevent serious damage to the hydraulic system, use only a Kubota genuine filter. Do not operate the tractor immediately after changing the transmission fluid. Run the engine at medium speed, so fast idle, for a few minutes to prevent damage to transmission. That's to ensure that the filter fills up and we get line pressure within the actual gearbox. Otherwise, it can cause harm to the clutch packs. Okay, so looking at this, this is the left-hand side of the chassis. This is the front. These are the dual brake pedals here. And running down that chassis there, you will see indicator number 1. You'll see the transmission oil filter on the side here, poking out towards the side of the vehicle. The rear wheel is about here somewhere. And there's another view here, B, looking, where are we now? Looking a bit more along the chassis. You can see the filter down there as well, and there's a pipe that runs round. So we should be able to identify it pretty easily. Right, let's get some gloves on and get underneath Trevor the Tractor. Okay, there is the prize. Again, it's painted in the chassis colour because everything was painted all at once in the factory by the looks of it. So we need to remove that. We've got to drain tray underneath, and we'll just get there's not a lot of room down here because I've got a step in the way as well. Okay, let's just see if we can make that band clamp big enough. Sorry, I keep blocking your light. Right, there we go. We'll just tighten that up. Very useful little band oil filter removing wrench is this one from Sykes Pickavant, not a sponsor. I used to have one of these in England. I brought it to New Zealand and it got stolen. I lent it to somebody, it never came back. So a very helpful chap in Australia, because you can't buy these in New Zealand, purchased this one and a larger one for me and posted them over. Very happy chap, thank you. Right, so we're just going to slacken that filter off. Now hopefully we're not going to lose too much fluid, because I'm not sure if I've got any if they actually gave me any spare fluid for this one, for the transmission. But anyway, we'll see. I don't want Trevor to be out of action. We use him pretty much every single day. Right, that is definitely loose enough. Okay, just going to move Torchy over there so I don't block the light. Okay. Now hopefully we don't lose too much fluid. The filter's quite low down in the gearbox though. We're bound to lose a bit out of the filter, aren't we? Okay. Right, filter is full. It's not gushing out, only got a little bit coming out, which is good. Okay, to the bench. Let's go and choose the new filter. Okay, I want to do this reasonably quickly because I don't want to lose too much transmission fluid. I don't think I've got any spare. Right, pretty sure. Well, we've got two filters left. We've got that one, and we've got that one. And that one stands much, much higher, if you can see that on the camera. So I'm pretty sure that's the hydraulic filter. So I'll stick that back in the box. This one is the correct filter. And if we compare the two, it is the same length. It is, I don't want to turn that upside, it's full of fluid, you see. It is the same diameter, and the part number, just so that you guys know, is HH660-36060, and of course it's a genuine Kubota. Always use genuine parts, far better. Right, so what we need to do now is put a little bit of smear of transmission oil around here. So we'll steal a bit off there, and we'll stick it on there. And the only reason why we do that is to stop that seal from picking up when we fit it. Okay, that will work. Right, back to Trevor. Okay, first job is just to clean around where the filter actually sits. It looks very clean actually. Cool, that'll do. And we get the new filter. Okay, and we'll pop him on. There he is. Hopefully we've not lost too much fluid. Right. Just get that cleaned off a little bit. I hate to see loads of oil. It stops it rusting though, doesn't it? I don't like seeing loads of oil all over the place. If it is a bit low, we won't be able to use Trevor. Unless the oil they've given me is the same as the hydraulic oil. I'll have to check because they've given me another bottle. I thought that was hydraulic oil, but they might use the same in the gearbox as well. I will have to check. If I can't find the information, I'm going to phone a friend. I know a Kubota mechanic, believe it or not. Very helpful chap, Matt. Okay, I need a pen. We're going to mark on the filter with a red pen again, and this time we've got to rotate it a full 360 degrees to get it to seat tight enough, but not over tight, on the seal between it and the gearbox. Now, I reckon we lost probably about half a cup full of oil, which is enough, to be fair. Right, that's in the horizontal plane. Hopefully you can see that. Let's move Torchy a bit because it's quite bright. More Torchy. There, that's better. We use some reflective light. Okay, we're going in. So we'll just tighten that up in the correct part of the filter. And we're going to go all the way around until that turns back up there again. Holy shit, that's tight. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. That's it. It wasn't over tight taking it off. So one full turn is absolute codswallop. We got about I don't know, 1/10 of a turn on that one. Okay, well, it's in. Hopefully it won't fall off.
So, what's next, Andy?
That was rather concerning, to be fair. It says in the manual, as you read, 1 full turn. There's no open else chance. Now, obviously, that does depend on where you consider finger tight is. Let's just reread it again. Quickly tighten the filter until it contacts the mounting surface. Yeah, okay, maybe we did keep turning it a bit. So I'm happy with that. It seems to be on pretty tight. Mustn't over tighten it, otherwise you can damage the threads, and it makes it very hard to get off next time round. So happy with that. What's next? Okay. After the new filter is replaced, fill the transmission oil up to the upper limit on the dipstick. So we haven't started the engine. It just says check the oil level. So let's go and do that now. In fact, where is the dipstick? Let's have a look. Got to stop the flicker. Right, so there we go. I think we're pretty much in shot. Okay, dipstick is number 3 down here, which is just there. This is the 3-point linkage at the back of the tractor, and it's to the left-hand side of that. Okay, looks easy enough. Let's go and find it. Right, covered in cobwebs, and of course there's a backhoe in the way. But anyway, this is the dipstick for the transmission. Do I have to unscrew it? Oh, come on. Is there a trick? Does it not ever come out? What the hell? Okay, gorilla mode. It's coming. Wow! That was a bit rusted, wasn't it? Holy crap. Don't leave your tractors parked out in the rain, people. Actually rusted down the tube. That's not ideal. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on these O-rings. Hang on, just to help them a little bit, because you can see the rust on there. Look, that's not ideal, is it? Right, back in a second. In fact, hang on, we can use some of this. Here's some I prepared earlier. So we'll put some on and give it a wipe. That'll help get some of the dirt off. Because you don't want dirt in your transmission, that's bad. That's really bad. Okay, we need to dip it. Jeez, that doesn't want to go back in there. Maybe some more oil might help. We're going to get a dab of oil. A bit more oil on the O-ring, that might help. Yes. Okay. That's better. Obviously designed not to come out. Okay, so we'll give it another wipe. And then we'll take our reading now that we can get in there. So nice and clean. Dum dum dum. It should be between, somewhere between those 2 marks on the dipstick. Fingers crossed it is. And not too low. Right. It's down. It's back out. Just trying to get the camera to focus for you. And with a pointy stick. The oil level is, just to get the light on it, is about there. So we're actually quite, you can see that shine on there. It's very hard to see actually, very bad. But it's about 3 mil from the top, so we're all good. There's plenty of oil in there. If I rotate it round, look, maybe we'll do it again, just to be on the safe side, but quite hard to see with the oil being almost clear. Back in, back out, and you really can't see that, can you? Just trying to get there. You can just see it there, look, the oil level's there. So it's a little bit low at this time, which is fine, but it's still well over halfway, so we're all good. So we'll give it another clean. It's actually got a little bit rusty at the top of that tube. That's what the discoloration is, so it's not ideal. We'll stick that back in there. Give it a little turn. Cool. Okay, he is good now. Now, if you need to top this up, just to show you, that is the bung that you'd remove to put any additional oil in. So when I get some more oil, I'll get rid of that. Oh, don't want that going in there. Then I'll give it a little top up to get it back to maximum. Excellent. Another job done on Trevor the Tractor. We're not finished. We aren't. Just reading the manual again. We now need to start the engine. Don't drive it anywhere. Start the engine for a few minutes, leave it running at idle, turn it off, and then we have to check the oil level again. And it does say here that we should top it up to the upper level. However, on the diagram for the dipstick, it has the range between those two marks, A, and it can be anywhere within that range is acceptable. So we're well near the top, so I think we're okay at the moment. We need to run the engine and double check the oil level hasn't significantly dropped. Here we go. We now need to check for some leaks. Hopefully there aren't any. Right, we need torchy for this. It's going to be really noisy, sorry, I have to have the engine running. So we'll head back round here. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, I'll leave Trevor running for a couple of minutes. I'm going to open the garage doors, let all the fumes out before I die, and I'll see you shortly. Oh, that's better. Right, clean bit of blue roll. There we go. Let's go and check the oil again. Right, we've got the aid of torchy now to help us to see the level. Okay, give it a wipe. Dip it down the hole, give it a bit of a twist just to get it down there. There we are, click, she's in, back out. Now where are we at? I put my pointy stick away, unfortunately. I could use a bit of vegetation as a pointy stick. So we are now there. It has dropped, it's just below halfway now. I can see the level, so there you can see that or not. If I do that, it might focus. If I twizzle it that way and that way, you might be able to see where it glistens, the oil, hopefully. But believe me, it's just under half, so it could do with a bit of a top up really. Didn't click. I don't like that. There we are. It's clicked now. Cool. Okay, it'll do for this weekend. It's bugging me a little bit. Let's take a little look in the service manual. That's what they're there for. To see if this UDT fluid, which is called trans hydraulic, so I think it can be used in the transmission as well, just to make sure that this is suitable to go in that transmission as a top up, and then we will top it up. Right, back to the manual. Okay, on section 4, lubricants, fuel and coolant, it's titled. Transmission case takes 15 litres, and it says here we can use Kubota UDT, which is exactly what that is. Fantastic. And it does say here actually as well, it's going to focus for you. Hang on, sort the camera out, Andy. There you go. Put your gloves on. Recommended for transmissions, hydraulics and some final drives on Kubota equipment where the operator's manual specifies the use of Kubota UDT fluid. Well, it does. So it's going to get some of this. Okie dokie. Okay, we are going to top it up. So, take the cap off. We've checked the fluid's correct. Pop that in there. Now, I had a look in the drip tray and we only lost probably about 1/4 of a cup full, so it doesn't need a lot to top it up. So hopefully we won't spill too much. That's probably a little bit more than what we actually lost. So we'll give that a second to drain down. I will go and get a clean rag again, so it should drain down pretty quick. Sorry, Torchy, I'll just move you out of the way a little bit. Hopefully that won't affect the camera too much. Okay, taking the bung out, give it a twist. Might as well do it right. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's why you watch the videos, because we do things right. Okay, it's going in. It's all the way down. Pull it back out. And where are we, Torchy? Nope, a bit more yet, to about 8mm from the top. You'll have to believe me on that. Okay. It did have a fluid leak, don't forget. So that was a hydraulic, so it wouldn't have affected this one. So, way. Don't quite know why it's down a little bit. There we go, let's try that. I reckon that's pretty close. Okay. Bring it down again. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're going in. All the way down. Snap, good. Back up again. And that is absolutely bang on. That is right at the top. You'll have to have a look, won't you? You want to know this. I'll leave it there and we'll have a look. Okay, dual filming. This is my phone that I use every day. And you can see that the wet drain is all the way across between those 2 points on the paint. That's a good indication. And you can see it's shiny all the way between the 2 points. So we are now to maximum. Hoo-hoo! Well, it just shows when you've got the official Kubota service manual for your tractor, which are very, very, very hard to get hold of. I had to twist both their arms to get it, and I had to ask a number of times for it. Don't ask me how I got it. I can't tell you. I can't reveal my sources. And no, I can't put it in a Google Drive and share it with you. In fact, I don't even have the PDF version. All I've got is the paper copy. It's all that they would allow out of the door, and even that was bending the rules. So very happy. We've done the transmission oil filter now. So that's the engine oil and oil filter done on the previous video, and now the transmission oil filter and the transmission oil top up on this video. And don't forget, the transmission oil filter is as follows. Yes, not that one, it is this one. There you go, there's the part number, genuine Kubota parts. Always use genuine Kubota, not a sponsor. So, that's it. I can pack up, put Trevor back together, fill the workshop with motorcycles and quad bikes and stuff, only to take them all back out again in the morning for a live stream. 8:30 AM every other Sunday morning. So, if you're keen, join us there. You can ask me some questions or tell me how your week's been whilst we have a pie. Okay, well, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, why not click on the subscribe button, wherever it is, and become a subscriber to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. Ring the bell, and that way YouTube will send you notifications as and when any new videos go up. You can also give us a thumbs up. YouTube do like that. And you'll find me on Facebook, not Instagram. Nope, that's gone. Just Facebook. Twitter's gone as well, so it's just the Andy Mechanic Facebook page. Now, you can email me at andymechanic@live.co.uk, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Apologies if your email ends up in the spam and I don't find it, but you're welcome to flick me an email through. If you've got any experience of these particular Kubota tractors, the B3150s, or you've had a problem with one, or had a weird fix to do, or found a weird fault, then stick it in the comments. It's always good to share that kind of stuff. Now, if you want to support the channel, then you can do that as a patron. You can go onto Patreon and become a patron and make a monthly donation. Or you can drop onto PayPal and make a payment. Don't make a donation on PayPal because, well, you've got to be a registered charity now to use the donation feature, and I'm not. I'm not a charity. I have a YouTube channel, and some of the viewers quite like to send a few dollars across to help towards the cost of making future videos, and it is very, very much appreciated for those that already have and those that will in the future. So thank you very much. Okay, crew, it's dark outside. I've still got about an hour's tidying up to do, and I hadn't planned to do this second video today, but hey, it's in the can, it's done. One more job is done on Trevor for his first service. We've still got the hydraulic fluid filter to replace, but that one's going to be really messy. See you next time. Cheers, over and out. And we get the flip up again.
Oh!
Really.